Hello to all of my star spas. Thank you so much for being here on this channel. I appreciate you all for being so committed and hanging out with me and hitting that like, share, and subscribe button for me and showing my channel so much love and helping it grow, right? So we're going to get into a collective sign for all zodiac signs, okay? Don't know what's going to come out. And this, again, this is going to be for the collective zodiac signs. And that means from my Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leos, Virgos, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, I skipped Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So it'll be for all 12 zodiac signs, okay? I'm only using oracle cards this time. I'm not using any tarot cards. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out, what the message is going to be. So I've done this on my spiritual liaison channel before, and the message was very positive, very good, informative. So hopefully we'll get that same energy this time on this channel. So I'm going to start out with these cards here. For those who want to know, let me get the book. For those who want to know what these cards are, this is from the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck by Heather Robbins, okay? So I'll be using a number of cards. See what comes out. Spirit, what would you like for the collectives to know? Spirit, what would you like for the collective to know? And these are general readings, so take what applies to you and leave the rest. Don't force something to become your story or to fit into your life that is not yours. Okay, Spirit, what would you like for the collective to know? What is the message? First house, arrival. So first house, Aries rules the first house, and we actually have a moon in Aries now. So today, actually Tuesday where I am. So the moon is in Aries, and this speaks of being passionate about new beginnings, being brave about new starts. You could be in the energy of an Aries. You may be an Aries. You may be doing something new in your life at this time to bring about some sort of new start, something you want to invest in, but you're optimistic about it and you're not letting anything hold you back or stop you. Okay, so the next deck that I'm using is from Amanda Lovelace, Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck, okay? All right, so let's see. You're bravely going out after something. I see you throwing caution to the wind. I don't know what this is, whether it's a job, a project, something, a relationship, maybe weight loss, weight gain, health. I don't know what it is, finances, but you're going after something. Confidence, it comes with time and practice. So whatever this is, it doesn't feel familiar to you. This is something new. This is something that you're deciding that you want to do, and you're bravely going after it. You're throwing caution to the wind. I feel like over time, you're going to get in the energy of being used to doing this. So it's not going to feel so unfamiliar moving forward. And any sort of negative thoughts that creep into your mind that tell you that you can't accomplish something, or you can't do it, or you're foolish for thinking that you can do something. I see you quickly getting over that or releasing that way of thinking. Okay. The next cards that I'm using is Sacred Geometry, Relationships Oracle Guidebook, okay? Spirit, what would you like for the collective sign to know? What is the message for the collective sign? You're realizing that whatever you put out into that quantum field is being reflected back to you. So I feel like you're being a lot braver now, being optimistic, realizing your power. Maybe you didn't realize it before, but you're seeing it now. What your capabilities are. You're trusting yourself, believing in yourself. Duality. The frequency of duality supports our ability to gracefully flow with the everlasting movement among all opposites. So, whatever it is, anything that you even feel like that's the opposite of you is being reflected back at you at this time. And this is what you're bravely facing, those things that don't feel familiar because they are opposite. This may be the opposite sex. This could be another race. This could be just something unfamiliar waters, unfamiliar territory that you're facing bravely, that you're doing something, you're taking a chance again. And your confidence in whatever this path is going to build the more you stay on this path. Things will be coming in your path that are going to be kind of scary sometimes, and it's going to make you question whether you're on the right path. Are you doing the right thing? This could be job related, this could be health related, it could be relationship related. But I see the longer you stay on them, the more your confidence is going to grow, and you'll feel better about taking those leap of faiths in life in certain areas. You won't feel so bogged down or like a deer caught in headlights with fear rushing through your veins, like, what should I do, where should I go, what should I do? I see you getting familiar with being braver. Okay. Let's see, Spirit, what would you like for the collective to know? You may also get some help from someone that wants to go on this journey with you, sort of like a support system. This could be your family. This may be someone in the community. It could be your spouse, whatever, but someone who wants to support you. But I see whatever you put out, it's being reflected back to you at this time. That's the very thing that's going to help balance you out in some way too. So you'll know what to put out there because it's going to be reflected right back to you. Imagination, I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. Yeah. So something you've been imagining, something you've been trying to manifest, something you've been sort of scared, like, is it going to work? This is just in my mind. If I put it out there in the universe, is it going to come back to me in the way that I want it to come back? Yeah. So I do see you taking that time to really consider what you want to do. And for those who wanted to know what these cards are, this, wait a minute, is it these cards? Hold on, y'all, because I think, nope, it's not those. I'm sorry, y'all, this is not the book. This is a totally different deck that I have. Maybe I should use that deck then, because that's not the deck. These are not the cards for this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull from this deck. I didn't even have it out, but since I pulled that book, I feel like I'm supposed to use that deck. Okay. So your imagination, embrace and nourish the creative aspects of your mind. So I feel like sometimes you've been holding yourself back when it comes to going after goals or certain dreams. Maybe you felt like it was a little too far-fetched or unattainable, but I see that you're in that level now, you're in that energy now where you have that confidence, where you're throwing caution to the wind. I do see you getting some sort of help, and I do see you learning valuable lessons about what you put out or what you go after, because again, it's being reflected back to you in some way that even is helping you balance yourself. And this is going to be kind of scary, but it's going to also help you build your confidence and use your imagination a little bit more. You know, that creative side of you. Yes. Courage, yeah. So yeah, that confidence and courage is building. So at this time, a Leo may be significant too. You may have Leo, you may have Aries in your energy or whatever, but I do see that your courage is even building. I see when things start to come at you at this point in your life, like when you face hard times in a relationship, I don't see you feeling the need to run if your life isn't in danger. You know what I mean? Of course, if your life is in danger, that's something different. But I just kind of feel like if times in your past, anytime you were faced with anything that seemed almost scary or it challenged you and made you feel uncomfortable, you may have been the type that sort of retreated. So I feel like you're standing and facing your fears at this time. That courageous heart is beating strong and building. And this is against anything or anyone. Okay, no, so I'm finished using that one. It was meant for that one to come out, for that courage to come out. You have to have courage at this time. Wait. Duality. So there is an area of your life where you're going to have to wait to see these results. It's going to take time for things to happen and turn over. But you will be seeing some sort of results, but you have to give it time. And it says, let me read this again. The frequency of duality supports our ability to gracefully flow with the everlasting movement among all opposites. So there is something that you're going to put out there and kind of wait to see the results, wait to see things turn around for you in a different way. And I thought I had that book out here too. Okay, because this is from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Okay, for those who want to know. But I thought I had the book sitting out here, but I don't. Okay, but I'm going to pull these. And this is the last of the Oracle cards. And I know I have this book out here. And I use this for my water signs. My Pisces over on the Spiritual Liaison 123 channel. So compassion. May you tend to the suffering. So let's see. I'm going to read, because this is actually from, hold on, let me see. This is from this Oracle book, Sea Soul's Journey Oracle Cards by Pippa Best. So let me see. Compassion. So when you see this card here, compassion, may you tend to the suffering. The reflection that you're supposed to have when you see this card is whipped into squalls. The sea can be merciless and cruel. Calm, it can embrace your entirety. Both love and fear can bring appreciation of your own vulnerability and a desire to alleviate suffering. The blessings when you see this card is you may perceive the vulnerability of others. May your heart expand. May you tend to yourself with endless kindness. May you love through all weather. And the mantra you should be speaking when you see this card is, I meet suffering with courage and kindness. Again, courage. So some sort of suffering, you may be put in a position where you have to use your imagination to kind of help someone else, or this could be you helping yourself out of a place of suffering, out of a place of feeling like, hopelessness, facing your fears in some area of your life. Maybe some of you all have gone through some very serious things in the past where you've tried to overcome things and, you just kind of, maybe you felt alone. Maybe you felt like this journey is sort of scary because you're doing something. And I kind of feel like some of you all are talking yourself out of a situation that you're supposed to go through. You're not supposed to go around it. You're not supposed to go over it or under it. You're just supposed to go through it so you can get the full experience, get that full knowledge of how you're supposed to deal with things, and this is going to increase your courage. Now, the compassion, I feel like you're supposed to have compassion for yourself and your own suffering. Don't feel like you're weak because you've experienced things. Don't feel like that you're weak because you have fallen at times in your life. This is a time for you to have compassion for yourself, because I feel like you're going to be faced with someone who has experienced some of the same hard things that you've been through, and you're going to be called upon to have compassion for them. So maybe you're some sort of leading light that you don't realize yet. And what you've experienced in your level of courage of getting through certain journeys in your life, seeing the sunset, seeing it rise in certain areas, is going to be sort of a beacon of light for someone else who's going through some level of suffering in their life. So with this duality, I feel like you're going to see someone, or someone's suffering is going to be mirrored back to you. It's going to remind you of things you've suffered through in the past and you've overcome using your imagination and creative skills and abilities. And there's an area of your life where if you give someone some really good advice, or you kind of try to lead them and guide, I feel like you need to be compassionate, because they may not accept it right off. Maybe they're still in that place of being afraid and trying to build their confidence. And you being in this first house energy where you've arrived at some place where you're like, you know what? I feel brave. I feel good about facing challenges at this time in my life, is an inspiration for someone else. So I feel like this duality is some sort of like a person that's here that's matching your energy, or you're even though you're in the present moment, someone is going to almost invoke that energy of compassion, because what you've already overcome in the past, they're presently going through. So I feel like you need to wait and have like some sort of compassion with them, because you're going to see what they went through is what you've already overcome. What they're going through is what you've already overcome. This may be a family member. This could be a parent. This could be a child. This could be a loved one. This could be someone in your community. It could be someone on your job. But that is your message. I'm going to I'm going to use these karma cards here. And the karma cards they have two purposes. This is the action when you see the red at the top. This is the outcome when you see the blue at the top. So we're going to see what the action should be with the signs, the houses, as well as the planets. So I'm going to shuffle the planets first. And let's see what sort of action you're supposed to have. Or some sort of action you're supposed to take. I'm sorry, not have. Some sort of action you're supposed to take. And the zodiac sign that come out on here may be significant. It could be your sun sign. It could be your rising. It could be your moon. It could be your Mercury, your Venus. Yeah. Your North Node. Or you may have that zodiac sign in a certain house. Okay. All right. So let's see what the action. So the action you're supposed to take, collective, the spiritual message is remember your goals as you did in the past. So again, there may have been a goal that you gave up on. Maybe it was too scary and you decided to just give up on it. So there's an area of your life where you're being told to kind of go back and face some sort of challenges in a very brave way. Be spontaneous with it. With this first house, this arrival, to be spontaneous with how you want something to be, or how you want it to present itself, or how you're going to face something that is presenting itself to you, because the first house represents your self-image, your personality, your ambitions, your drive, and your body, your self-image, like how you see yourself. So those could be some significant things. You're going after improving your health pertaining to your body. Your whatever you're ambitious about, you're going after that. Whatever drives you, your personality, your real personality, who you are at your core, your self-image. So there are some things that you're cleaning up in your life, and this is kind of scary for you. But as time goes on, it's saying remember your goals as you did in the past. Now that's the action that you're supposed to take. Mentally is reconsider the day-to-day reality of your home base or your family. So whatever you're doing, it's saying something that you're doing day to day. There's some sort of change that is required there. There's a change within, because it has something to do with what's being reflected back to you. Now, it's going to be different for everyone. Now, only you would know what that is. Something that you need to change that you do daily. Now, this could be you needing to meditate daily because you don't. Maybe you only meditate once in a blue moon. But this may be something that you need to change so you can get that clear energy, that clear view of what you should be doing. But it's saying reconsider the day-to-day reality of your home base or your family. So maybe you need to do something with your family, or reconstruct some rules within the family home that's helping the family image. This could be helping your image, helping with the goals that you and your family are, something that drives you all together or something. Now, the perspective, or like this could be your perspective, or how people perceive you, like outside of you. The message is now is not the time to use the most business-like way, and do what makes you feel secure. So again, throwing caution to the wind, taking a leap of faith. Maybe everything that you're doing, this is the Capricorn energy. You have the South Node that speaks of your past, and the fourth house here is the houses. And the fourth house controls your mother and your father. It controls your roots, your domestic life, and your family. And so in the past, I feel like you were doing something based on tradition, or how your parents wanted you to do something. Your parent could have been with this first house. Again, that's the Aries energy. So one of your parents may be an Aries or something like that, or they may have heavy Aries placement. Or you may be in Aries and you're thinking about how things were done pertaining to your mother and your father. So maybe everything was done business wise, and you're trying to do something, trying to almost be a trailblazer and kind of make your own path in life, even if it is scary, even if you're going against the grain, or so to speak. But it's saying do what makes you feel secure in life, and be compassionate to other people's suffering. You may get some pushback from your family, or maybe you feel like people haven't been compassionate to your suffering. Whatever this is, it's a new journey that you're on. And it looks like you will be sort of going against the grain, using your imagination, using those creative skills. But what you're putting out will be reflected back to you. So I feel like you need to have compassion with yourself as well as others, and get whatever, like go through that process, understand, comprehend that process of what's being reflected back to you. I do feel like you're going to have a friend or someone kind of helping you along the way in this journey. With this Capricorn energy, it could be a Capricorn, or it could just be someone who is a very hard worker, and they may need you to show them a little bit of compassion at this time. Maybe they're going through something that you've already overcome, and they can either lead you or you can lead them. Now let's get into what the outcome is. My stars. My stars. Okay, so we're going to shuffle again. That's the planets. We're going to shuffle the signs. And we're going to shuffle the houses. Oh. Okay. So the planet is the moon. That's that Cancer and Pisces energy. Then you have the Leo here, and you have the second house here. So with the moon, that's things that are hidden, you know, things that need to come forth, things that need to come to light. And the second house represents the value system, your material possessions, and your financial attitude. Okay, so the spiritual message with this outcome to my collectives is the nurturing of your self-confidence to create your beliefs. So again, something about your confidence, and it's you nurturing your confidence. You things that feel unfamiliar to you, you're not shying away from anymore. You're in some sort of first house image where your self-image matters to you, your body matters to you, things that your finances matter to you, you know. That duality, the number two, things, how, what you, your relationship with your finances, your relationship with your parents, your relationship with what you were taught, how you were brought up, your compassion level, having compassion for yourself, having compassion for others. All of this is being reflected back to you at this time. So again, the spiritual message for the outcome is the nurturing of your self-confidence to create your beliefs. And that creativity card here speaks of what you believe in, and your confidence is going to help you to become more creative in your imaginative state, right? Then you have the mental outcome. Feelings caused by taking a chance on what you value. Again, second house, your values, things that mean the most to you, right? So something about how you're feeling inside. If you're feeling unsure or kind of scared about some sort of, you know, challenge, you're supposed to be courageous. Tap into that courage, that energy, and move through this, go through this journey. That confidence will start to feel more natural to you the more you face your fears in life. Ask yourself, why are you afraid of something? What exactly are you afraid of? Is it on taking a chance, you know, on the things that you value? Is it pushing the envelope, going against the grain? What is it that you're afraid of? So that's the question you're supposed to ask yourself. And the perception, or like what's outside of you, how people perceive you, outside energies, right? This is reactions resulting from the impressiveness of your resources. So something about what was hidden, I see you taking a deeper look into it, kind of looking at the shadow side of your life. You may be looking at the relationship your parents had with money. Did they have a substantial amount of money which provided you or you and your siblings a sort of comfortable life? And are you moving away from that and kind of not worried about the money side of things and just going after your dreams, even if it causes you to be cut off from an inheritance? Now, the flip side of that is, did your parents have a bad relationship with money where you grew up in poverty? Was there never enough? And you're taking some sort of leap of faith and saying, okay, I'm going to get myself out of this area of being in poverty or having a bad relationship with money, because I feel like whatever you've been putting out is reflecting back to you at this time. But something that you're doing is going to cause a reaction of people being impressed with some sort of decision you're making that's helping your resources, some sort of creative thing that you're doing, something that is you've tapped into that creative side of you, and this is bringing about an increase of your resources or helping you have a better relationship with your resources. But again, I kind of feel like you're doing something in a compassionate way. You're having compassion for yourself. You're even learning to have compassion for maybe your parents, again, grew up in poverty, or you all grew up in poverty because of that. So that could have invoked some sort of anger inside of you. So maybe you're being a little more compassionate with what their struggles were, even if you want to change that with yourself so you don't have to suffer so much, or so your children or your child won't grow up in poverty. But I do see you making some sort of significant change using your creativity, and this is what's helping you. There's going to be some sort of reaction from the public where they're impressed with your drive. And again, here's this Leo energy. Leo energy here. You may be a Leo. But it looks like that drive and that resilient type energy within you is being reflected back at you at this time, because you're not getting off of the bus in this path. You're kind of, even if the confidence has to come with time, you're sticking in there so you can kind of get to your destination or reach your goal, even if it's kind of scary along the way. So that is your reading. Thank you so much for hitting that like, share, and subscribe button for me and showing my channel so much love. Sending love right back to you all. Go check out my spiritual liaison 123. Again, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Share my channel. Share my channel. Share my channel. Share these videos. Thank you to everybody who leaves comments. I appreciate you. If you support both channels, I'm sending you nothing but prosperous prayers and love and light. Okay. Thank you to everyone. Talk with you later.